Hey fellow Vault Dwellers, it's Angry Turtle, and today I have for you the Turtle build. Finally, the build I was waiting for forever. I have every single piece to make Turtle the greatest creature or a human being in Appalachia. And I want to be a true turtle, so it is indeed a full health build. So first, here's the special distribution before application of legendary perks. Legendary perks will add 15 to this special. And from the legendaries I have Exploding Palm, What Rats, Luck, Agility, Endurance, and taking one for the team, as it cannot go any other way. The turtle must be a tank. Absolute tank. That's a guarantee. About Exploding Palm, I will be occasionally swapping it for just pick locking and hacking perk, because I'm getting tired from explosions in my face after a while playing it. It does help with damage, it adds some damage, which is nice, but yeah, the downside is it keeps flashing in your face. If I could turn that off, I would probably use it way more. Now it's swappable perk for me. Next, the perks themselves. For strength, Barbarian only rank 1 because that's the most from rank 1. Other two ranks will eventually double it, but I don't necessarily need it, so rank 1. The most that this perk has to offer. Then Martial Artist, that's a must, faster swing speed. Traveling Pharmacy for your aid. Iron Fist, rank 2 because that's what I had room for. It's not even necessary. You could go without Iron Fist. If you need to carry more stuff, you can add more carry weight. Then there is Blocker. Blocker is the best perk and it's a must. Like, Turtle Shell is hard. It's not easy to punch through. So Blocker must be here. And Incisor, so my punches will not be stabbed or bites. Then, under Perception, I have 3 points. Panapictographist can be swapped for something else if needed. And Grenadier to increase the radius of explosions. Then, Endurance, 15. Of course 15. I'm absolute tank. 15 Endurance. Life Giver to increase health even further. Ironclad to add resistances. Ghoulish, so rats will heal me, especially combined with What Rats legendary perk. Then Fireproof, so I'm not easy set on fire, like turtles are not easy to be set on fire. Then under Charisma, Strength in Numbers, yes, I'm post-apocalyptic turtle, so fully mutated as much as possible. And Tenderizer, so enemies are being softer, I'm tough, enemies are soft. Under Intelligence, First Aid, so all those stims will be more efficient on me, but rarely any will be used, so feel free to use something else. If you need carry weight, swap in carry weight. Then Demo Expert, as we are using explosives as a backup plan, like you can always pull from under the shell some nice explosive grenade, mini nuke, or something like that. So it's a great addition to this build. If you are rarely or never using any explosive, Makeshift Warrior can be here, so you'll never need to fix the gauntlet. I'm okay with fixing my gauntlet. I have so many Reaper kits. Then under Agility, Through Hiker. Turtles do not like to wander around hungry, so we have Through Hiker to carry the food. Evasive for even more resistance. Born Survival, just in case if somehow your health drops, you don't need to worry about manual stims. White Knight, we are tough and our armor is tough too, so White Knight, not easy to puncture the shell. Adrenaline for a little bit more damage during the combat. And Dodgy, yeah, Dodgy, even more tankiness, even harder to kill, so Dodgy is in here. And under Luck, Class Freak, so our mutations are mostly positive, good with salt, so we can keep all the food supplies. Bloody Mess to increase overall damage with everything. Better criticals, and this one, the one purpose for it is to get the ability to one-shot annoying Scorched Beast with a mini nuke. So that's why better criticals. I will explain that more when we get into it. Next, mutations. In regards to mutations, currently I have them all. Not all are beneficial, so later on maybe I will go for star genes and reducing mutations. The important part is to get carnivore, and then I have just all of it. All the mutations. Some have a little bit of negatives, but I'm a proper post-apocalyptic turtle. Mostly the mutations on this build are beneficial. There is not really much. If I would need to list what is not beneficial in here, that will be empath, and it causes us to take a little bit more damage, but we are so tanky that I don't think you will notice. Egghead is that reduces the strength and endurance a little bit. Gives a lot of intelligence in exchange, so I'm very smart turtle. And that's about it. Only those two really have any worth mention side effects. Others have more positive than side effects. Then the gear. I have a bunch of gauntlets. I am waiting for power attack to get fixed, and while I'm waiting, I'm mainly using anti-armor, weapon speed, weightless. Anti-armor not the most beneficial for everyday use, as you have already so much from incisor and armor penetration on the puncturing mod, plus armor penetration on the arms if you want to. To be honest, with armor penetration everywhere, you don't need any more on arms, you can go for damage on your arms. It will be quite beneficial to get vampire as well, but not essential. This build is tanky enough, and anti-armor is indeed helpful when you fight bosses, so it's not a wasted perk. My perfect role for future is instigating power attack damage to one-hit everything, but power attack damage first needs to get fixed, and that is happening with the next patch, hopefully. So then I will be using this weapon a lot. For now, it is waiting. It is a perfect role that is waiting. Yes, I was very lucky with those rolls. Then I will go more over it, but that's one-shot killer for the Scorched Beast with its booster, and I have two-shot explosive minigun. That's for tagging on events. As it's really hard as a melee to get any tags if you need to run. Everything will be bad before you get there. But this two-shot explosive minigun sorts the problem out for me. Ammo light, explosions will tag everything. I'm good. Armor. And this is a little bit tricky, as I went for some extra bite with this build, especially that I'm full health. So what it does, that's a full set of Torn. Main part I'm interested in is 250 bleed damage over 10 seconds. It doesn't sound like much, but when we are fighting bosses, they have a lot of damage mitigation and damage resistance. And the bleed damage, it's a true damage. Doesn't matter what boss have in regards to resistance and damage mitigation. 250 damage will be applied over 10 seconds, so 25 damage per second, no matter what. So that's a lot for boss fights. That's guarantee you that you will be able to kill bosses, and you will get loot if there is more people, you will get the credit. As well, there is some bonus to stealth, you will not really need it. As we are a turtle, we don't need to sneak around, we are not afraid. So that's easy. And I have polymer and ultralight for my legs. Then for my chest, I have polymer and asbestos lining. I'm maxing out the resistance on my Thorn. And don't look too much on the legendary effects. I was not very lucky with too good. I have some Overeaters pieces, 3 of those, but not the greatest legendary effects, unfortunately. Currently on my arms it's weighted. That's adding 10% melee armor penetration, but you can swap it. And I think I will swap it for some extra damage instead, as I don't need this 10% armor penetration on the amount of armor penetration I already have. So I can swap that, and the alternative mod for your arms, you basically need to test when you are figuring out which one you want, which one is better for you. It's brawling. This is adding 10% for unarmed damage, and our weapon is classified as unarmed, so we want brawling, and it's slightly lighter. So I'm going for brawling, and if you have problem modifying your armor, I have a full guide for torn armor. Yeah, the mods you cannot learn, you can only buy box mods. But armor is really cool, and I found a use case for it with this build. It's a perfect setup. And lastly, of course, armor plated backpack. Why armor plated? Because it's a shell. Shell need to provide a resistance. That's my shell. So it provides me with 90 damage res. That's quite a lot. That's quite a significant boost for just a backpack. A little bit less carry weight because of that, but I can live with it. I'm good. Now, because it is a full health build, so of course no unyielding benefits, I do recommend to run some easily accessible food that boost your agility, melee damage, like I have 3 easiest melee damage food buffs: Yaoguai ribs, mutant hound chops, and glowing meat steak. That's 75% to your unarmed melee damage, and so easy to maintain and boost. Then I have some extra strength that boosts your damage and the carry weight, and you can purchase this one. Like this one you can buy, this one you can get for free, this one you can buy. This one you can buy. Most of it is either easily craftable or sold by Nuka World on Tour Vendor. So that's very easy to maintain a bunch of buffs, to have your carry weight up, to have your melee damage up, to have your AP up. And yeah, that's helpful. And just with those buffs, my health is around 500. That's half a thousand. That's not easy to kill you. And you have all those resistances: 600 of ballistic, 15 fire, 543 energy, 315 radiation resistance. Yes, I am missing cryo and poison. I was hoping to get it on my torn armor pieces. I didn't. I could add poison relatively easily if I swap the explosion to a poison resistance legendary card, so I can do it. I was hoping I can just get it on my armor pieces. No such luck so far. Now, how it performs with just those simple buffs. Let me show you. And how to get down a Scorched Beast. And as you can see here on this showcase, even without the resistance on elementals, all the poison, fire and cryo, I'm still holding quite well. So it's not too bad. I can still withstand the elemental damage, being bombarded by those 3 guys, and yes, they occasionally attack me with melee, so that's how they are taking the damage from my turns. And eventually they will be able to trigger my Born Survival, and Stimpack will be applied and I will not die, even though they are trying really hard. As you can see, yeah, there we go. So now I can send them where they belong. Goodbye, floaters. And here the proper test: level 100 super mutants. We always come back to those guys, as those are very tanky, and you can reliably test on them everything. They all overall tanky, and that's the bleed damage. As you can see, if I stop attacking and just let it go, they will still die over a little bit period of time. So if they will be left with a little bit of health, I don't really need to worry about it, as they will go down. As you can see, just fall down. This one fall down. So I can ignore it. This torn armor is just giving me this extra damage. Oh, that's a legendary. Oh, look at that. The bleed damage finished him off before the legendary regeneration managed to trigger. And why do I usually run in first person? Because it's easier to occasionally aim for the head. It's a little bit harder in third person, but it's usually just 2 shots to kill them. 2 punches, then I can just be on my way. And you can see experience pop up that when bleed damage finishes off those super mutants. So this is a 2-shot kill on every super mutant, regardless if they die instantly or like 5-6 seconds later. This extra 250 damage do the job. Doesn't seem like a lot at first, but it is. It adds up. Like, I'm always leaving them like that, and here you go. They just collapse. I don't need to be careful and finish them. That's really handy. Now what to do with those flying creatures? So for killing the Scorched Beast, this is an amazing combo. We have Overkill, 2-shot, weightless, damage while aiming doesn't matter in this case, and I renamed the long shot to Nuke Booster, instigating, damage while aiming, we need all of that. I put armor penetrating magazine and damage to Scorched receiver, that's a Scorched killer's receiver. This all adds up to boost our mini nuke. Then the essentials to achieve the proper damage, better criticals and demo expert. You cannot go without those two. Those two are essential to start, and of course from the mutations further boost to your critical is Eagle Eyes. Now, how easy it is to take the Scorched Beast down. Here I have a level 75 Scorched Beast. To do this, all I need, make sure that I have a fully stacked crit bar. Okay, my crit bar is loaded. There is a Scorched Beast. I choose my overkill. I target her in VATS critical. Oh, not reloaded. Okay. Reload first. Target her in VATS crit. Exit VATS. Select my weapon. Aim at her. Dead. One shot kill at full health with overkill thanks to this amazing combo. Okay, they can charge me another critical for next Scorched Beast. Let's get one more Scorched Beast for a smooth approach. Loading the mini nuke. Getting this Scorched Beast in VATS range. Oh, she's actually engaged with something else, but don't worry, I will get her. There we go. VATS. Exit VATS. Swap a weapon. Aim. And let's wait. The damage is coming. There we go. The Scorched Beast dead with one shot. That's the power. That's the power of the combo. Long shot with overkill. Amazing combo. And they all drop from the same packs. So those weapons are quite widely available and synergy between them is amazing. All you need to do is manage to swap the weapon before mini nuke will hit. And that's not too difficult, as mini nuke usually takes its time in VATS, and yeah, it needs to be a critical, otherwise mini nuke will probably not hit. Critical is a guarantee hit. That's how you do it. I hope you will enjoy some fun if you have this combo. So very important to have those following modifications. The reason for true stock and true long barrel that improves the aim speed. And there is damage while aiming on it. So I'm getting more damage if I aim after launching a mini nuke from the overkill. So you can see how crazy this damage is. Previously it was only achievable with bloodied build. Now you can be full health melee build like I am, and still one shot annoying Scorched Beast out of the sky without sneaking, without stacking different buffs or dropping your health low at all. All of it in your reach. Oh, why this Scorched Beast jumping after death just randomly over there? I don't know that. I hope you will enjoy it. That's everything you need to know to pull all this stuff in your game and have some extra fun. I will have a lot of fun with my turtle build. I'm a true turtle and I keep slaying the creatures across Appalachia. Oh, come on. Hate bugs. Stop it. So that being said, thank you a lot for watching and have a good day or night. Turtle out.